Please talk about our feelings through and through, 'cause it's me and you.
Good morning. Saturday morning. Hey Cashy, good morning. Saturday morning, episode 3, day 4. It's been fine, like, honestly, I'm not even going to really complain, like, it's just been a bit of quality time at home. I've found activities to do, been training hard still. Yeah, you know, I think we've been asked to sit at home and stay on the couch. Our ancestors were asked to pick up a gun and go to war. Perspective, and I think that's so fucking true. And I know, like, obviously the reason that we're social distancing is because we're in a fortunate position and we don't have to go to work, we don't have to do our stuff. So nurses, school teachers, all that stuff, all those people that literally have to go to work and stuff, obviously you can't social distance, so that's not a problem. But I guess if you're in a fortunate enough position where you can do your part, I feel like, you know, too much of this attitude of I'm young, fit, healthy, I don't give a fuck about the virus. It's not you that you have to worry about, it's you getting the virus and giving it to people around you, babies, kids, elderly people. Like, it's just, it pisses me off, but what can you do? So I'm gonna go have my morning coffee, train, and then I'll wake up Chloe. So I don't even add any milk or anything like that. This is how I generally have my coffee. Every now and then I'll have a nice latte, but very rare. But what I cannot go without is the old palate cleanser, soda water to go with it. If you've never tried coffee with the soda water, trust me, do yourself a favour.
We haven't really been vlogging the last... day. Because my mum was in a bit of an accident, like a pretty serious accident. She was taking the dogs to the groomers, and the dogs were strapped in their harnesses in the front seat, but one of the dogs went to jump into the back seat but didn't have enough lead, so mum obviously reached behind to like pull the dog back into the front seat, and she's put her foot down on the accelerator and nudged the wheel, so she's gone into the island, hit a tree, uprooted a tree, and then the car's like flipped on its side. And she had 2 dogs in the car, and one of our little family dogs died in the accident, which is probably the most traumatic part of it, because mum had to watch everything unfold in the car. While she broke her back and had a broken wrist, she had to like climb into the back seat and try to like save the dog, but the dog just, it was her time to go, obviously. But it's just really horrible because it is a really traumatic thing for mum to go through, as well as having all the injuries. She's in her spine surgery right now, getting that fixed, and she'll get wrist surgery as well sometime today, I think. But yeah, it's been a pretty crazy couple of days. Like, I just have felt a little bit flat and just taken a bit of energy out of me. Shock to the system. Like, you never think that you're gonna get a call about one of your parents being in an accident that serious, and like, it's a pretty big shock to the system. Like, I didn't really know how to respond to it, but I guess taking positives out of it, there's like, it's given me a lot more perspective and really made me appreciate the people around me and my loved ones, and I guess the simple things, your pets. Like, just don't take anything for granted, because you never know. Like, I saw her that morning, I did not think that she was going to get in a big car accident and I was never going to see baby again. That's just, like, baby's young, I would never think that. You'd just think that she would die of old age, but it was like in a really traumatic way. So that's what has happening. Bleh, I can't even speak. But that's what's been happening. We've just been taking it a bit easier. And I'm going to go visit mum tomorrow, see how she's going. But I thought I would continue on. The hospital. Yeah, I am trying to avoid the hospital. I went there the other night because I had to go see her. But she's just said like stay away for a couple of days. But I'm definitely going to go see her tomorrow once she's a little bit more awake from her surgeries. And I'll spend most of the day with her for some company. But yeah, I think I'm going to cook some cupcakes.
Really?
I love baking.
Emotional cooking and emotional eating. Took you a few donuts.
I had a few donuts last night, a bit of emotional eating. But I also upped my self-care routines this morning and did a little bit more yoga and some calming music, and yesterday afternoon I listened to some calming music as well. So yeah.
You handled it really well, I think. The whole experience, so like I reckon it's shown how far you've come.
I almost feel like I was more in shock the last couple of days because this morning when you were gone I was like, ah. But yeah, I think I handle things, like I have awareness now and I can see the bigger picture, and I know that like mum will be stronger after this and she'll get through it.
Yeah.
I know that hard times are hard, but they bring you to the best places. So I'm just cooking some pink cupcakes for Mama. This smells so good. Like usually I just make like healthy banana ones. This is like the real deal. Cupcakes.
Cupcakes!
Yeah, I will.
Text messages that the nurse texted you guys for me.
Aww.
Oh, that looks so cute having you three, eh? Yeah. Having you, Kate and Amy sitting there on the phone.
Yes.
It's so nice. Alright, good morning. It is Monday and the new laws have been set in place about the lockdown laws in Australia, which me and Chloe sort of saw coming. So, as you know, we've been social distancing for the last nearly week. And yeah, so we've got a little home gym, everything's all sort of set up here. We're pretty much prepared for this to happen. But what is today, Chloe? What's today?
What's today? Monday.
What else is it?
Oh, 100 days. Which is 100 days sober.
So yeah, today's 100 days since I had my last sip of alcohol. So, fuck, body's feeling good, mind's feeling good. Life's been good, hey? Alright, so I'm about to go do my gym workout, but what are you doing this morning, Chloe?
I am doing Bloom, so I'm gonna start with a mindful movement, just to like move my body, get it going. And then I'll do a guided meditation and say some affirmations.
Yep.
I know that there's a lot of people out there that are probably really struggling at this time and have lost their jobs or...
We were just saying, like, obviously because we were like, imagine if we owned a cafe or a restaurant or something like that, and now we were, you know, we've got rent, then expecting a child, and with all this stuff, like saying it could be out for 6 months, we were like, holy fuck. So we just put ourselves in everyone else's shoes then, and yeah, it's horrible. Fucking tough.
So I really feel for people that can't take their businesses online or are struggling at home and have lost their jobs, or just
even just the uncertainty of it all, not knowing when it's going to come to an end. So yeah, if you are affected, we are deeply feeling for you right now. And also, if you're in a position where you can help, even if it's just going on Uber Eats and supporting like small businesses that have managed to get on there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how. Over the next few days, I'm going to take a serious look at, you know, the best way that people like us can support those that are affected, who are still somehow running or whatever. I'm not too sure. I don't have the answer yet, but we will both try and do our part wherever we can.
Yeah, 100%. I just think that in this time, looking after yourself is so important. And I know that there's a big chaotic mess in the outside world, but I feel like you can go into your inner world and make it a nice place to be while this is all happening. So
yeah, make sure you look after yourself, your fitness, your mental health, absolutely everything you can. Don't just sit at home and, you know, eat bad, sit on the couch and dwell on it. I feel like that's where you really get yourself into a bad spot. Try and come out of here with a positive where you can. I mean, mine is going to be, I want to try to literally finish the end of this social distancing / almost isolation now fitter than when I wasn't. So that's my goal, but obviously I don't really have those stresses of, you know, losing my job and everything like that to worry about. So if you are going through that, just do what you can to get back on your feet.
And it's okay to not be okay. You just have to get yourself back up and, you know, help yourself at this time. And we do really feel for you guys, and we're sorry if that has happened to you.
Sending love and light. Alright, so close mindful movements.
I'm doing the Revitalize Your Body mindful movement today.
Your hair looks cute. You look like, what's her name? Off Star Wars, Princess Leia.
Do the morning or the afternoon for a little pick me up. Starting in your...
Mitch is out here doing his training.
I'm up to my run now, but I'll show you how to set these 15 reps of this. So just bent over rows. Like that. Next one is, so squat, press, squat, press, and then RDLs. So like this, quarter and just. So you got 15 reps of the rows, 10 reps of the jerks, then 15 reps of that, and then you run. So the run is, I started from a street down there, and each day I go to the next driveway. So the driveway in front of the other driveway, so every day progressively gets harder. So I'm up to my 4th driveway down past the street. Then I run there and back, 5 sets, that's my morning workout. Then I do another 5 sets afternoon.
Good job.
Alright, so I just wanted to give a quick update. So yes, today is 100 days off the drink, and I know to YouTube especially, I've, you know, given this a crack a few times and fell short. And this time was literally so different. I guess I found out that Chloe was pregnant and I was like, fuck, I'm just ready to grow up. You know what I mean? I mean, everything, like drinking and all that sort of stuff, like I did it to, you know, let my hair down. I just went out of control, and then I enjoyed the process of being hungover and doing nothing for the next week. But I thought, like, I don't know, just I flicked the switch in my head and I thought, I'm ready to do this and just make some good positive changes in my life. And yeah, here it is, day 100. I mean, to be honest, I've barely been, like, if I didn't have the app to remind me, I've barely been counting. It hasn't even been as much something where I've been like, fuck, you know, like, I've got to, you know, day 30, I'd love, done a month, like I'd love to celebrate. It's been different. So basically I've just replaced drinking and going out and getting fucked up with positive stuff. Like, it's crazy. Like, been training the house down, even cooking, like painting, just doing all different stuff to, like, it's just weird when I think about the jump that it's made. Like, I can't actually see myself going back and doing what I used to do. I don't know if it's just like a level up or grow up or just part of knowing you're going to be a parent, but I've never been in such a good mental spot in my life. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, even, like, I'm sleeping so much better every night. Like, I go to bed, there's nothing I'm worrying about, no stress. Like, I don't know, and I think all of that has come from working on my mental health, my physical health, which all started with my drinking, because that's just what was my, that was my weakness. So to anyone out there who is trying to give up an addiction, whether it be drinking, gambling, drugs, let me tell you, hang in there, keep going. It may not be easy, it may not feel right at the time, but let me tell you, I've never felt so good, and I really, really advise it. So, thanks, legends. As you know, I own a beverage company, and see these are my go-to, the mocktails. We created these because if you feel like having a drink on the balcony or social event, mocktail. No one even fucking knows. So as you can see here, they are delivery too, so no need to go out to bottle shops. I'll leave the website in the description. We're having 15% off all mocktails and delivery is still running, so I'll leave that in the description.
So I'm trying to make things for my immunity so that we can keep our immunity as high as possible, because being pregnant, you have a lowered immunity, and just to be safe. So I'm going to juice some oranges, lemon, some lime and ginger. And then there's also apple cider vinegar and turmeric in the cupboard.
I didn't know ginger looks like that.
Didn't you?
No.
Hello guys, I just wanted to jump on here and chat about Mitch being sober for 100 days and how it has impacted literally everything in his life and my life. So since he went sober, we used to have a few issues, I guess, around his drinking and like him going out all the time and me kind of being at home like worried about him, and I would get calls like, Mitch is in the gutter. Or like, he's like, I need to be picked up, I don't know what I'm doing, blah blah blah. So it was a big anxiety for me with him drinking, and it did put a lot of strain on our relationship. It was getting like a little bit out of hand, and I know that it wasn't good for him. So when he made the decision to go sober, I was like, oh my god, wow, like this is gonna be great. So he tried a couple of times and it didn't quite work for him, or he'd do it for a month and then he'd go back to the same patterns. But after a few shots, he's now like gotten to the 100 days, and I am so proud of that, because I'm not someone that is like, I guess, a drinker, or I don't understand, but I know how hard it would be for someone that has drinking all the time since they were young to like overcome that in a way. And I cannot tell you how much it has helped him in his mental, physical, everything. Like, he used to be probably like, the drinking would impact him from the weekend, the whole week, and then it would happen again the next weekend, then that whole week. So since he's stopped, he's started focusing on other areas of his life, because he's made that space to like allow other things to come in. So he's like been training, and he's fitter than he ever has been, and his mental state is better than it ever has been. And I'm just so proud of that, because I know that it hasn't been easy for him to get here, and it wouldn't be easy for anyone that has that sort of pattern in their life. So yeah, not only has it been amazing for him, it's also been amazing for me and our relationship. I don't have to stress as much anymore, and I used to have really bad anxiety when he would go out. And even throughout the whole week, I would just have anxiety all the time, because the next weekend would be the same. And yeah, it was like a bit of a cycle and a pattern for both of us. So I'm just so thankful that that cycle has subsided, and like there's other things we can focus on now. We can focus on bringing the baby into the world. And yeah, I'm just very proud of Mitch. So good job. And if you're thinking of going sober, I think it's such a incredible, like, to witness the difference between someone that was drinking a lot and doing other things to someone that's not doing it. The clarity and just like everything about it has been so good for him. So I'm very proud.
So we're gonna go get some fresh fruit and veg just for our juices.
Yes.
And then we're gonna go get a takeaway coffee. Although Queensland's not in lockdown right now, I assume they'll follow suit like all states.
Yeah.
So what we got told is most restaurants, or most cafes and stuff, are still allowed to do takeaway. So we're gonna go find a small business cafe and buy a takeaway coffee from.
Yeah, I think it's important to do that.
So yeah, that'll be us now. Me and Chloe were just discussing the radio, and there's like It's so weird because you don't really know any of the talent anymore. Like, we just looked at an advertisement on a cab and we were like, never heard of any of those three. But when you think about back in the day, you know, you have Hamish and Andy and even the Matt and Joe show and stuff, like, you know them so well.
It just shows that radio's kind of...
It's like, it just shows like how much technology and what we know is changing. It's fucking weird. Although I still remember listening to those old radio shows. Congratulations, Tracy from Newport. You've just won yourself a Bataki ham. Congratulations, Tracy. That shit. Like, I remember it so clear. Chloe just reminded me of the funniest thing that happened last night. So her mum's obviously in hospital and she's a bit drugged up. She had her surgery and stuff, but she's gone to send Chloe photos of the dog, like just cute little photos. So Chloe was scrolling through seeing all these photos of the poor little dog, and then she gets to this photo and Cherie's got her pants down and she's in all the room. She's spreading her cheeks.
Like chucking a brown eye.
She's chucking a brown eye at the camera and Chloe's like, oh, she must have been playing a little joke on me and just, you know, sent me a brown eye. So we called her and she goes, what? What did I send? She had no idea she tapped the wrong photo and she just sent an absolute brown eye to Chloe. She was like, please don't share that with anyone else.
Oh, it was so funny. She's like, at least I've had my belly laugh for the day.
Oh, Chloe's like, fucking hell, I can see what you had for breakfast.
See where I came out of.
Alright guys, we just got home. We're going to do the dishes, clean up the house a bit. I'm going to edit and get this next episode out. And yeah.
Woo! Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you guys are all doing well there.
Exactly. I hope everyone's doing their part as well, distancing where they can. And yeah, we're wishing everyone the best to get through these times. So I hope we could entertain you as much as possible for those sitting at home waiting for content.
Yeah. See ya.
Peace.